Oh, I'm getting some notes of wet fabric, almost like a wet hemp, perhaps. Maybe some polyester mixed in there with it. And welcome back to the beer garden in the relative shade of the Grand Fig on a very hot day, early summertime, regardless of the time of the year you're watching this video. The heat index is about 105. The humidity is well up in the 90%, and the temperature is 97 right now. So that's why this can of beer is sweating so badly, and so am I. So if you see me sweating profusely and getting more red in the face throughout this video, that's the reason why. And speaking of this video, coming up at the end of this video, I'm going to rate this cheap brew out of 5 stars. How good a brew is it? And while you're sitting there, you're here obviously because you like beer. Why else would you be? Please tap that subscribe button down below. All the way to 2K is our current goal. And up this round, an overwhelming request for Busch Light Apple. Now, I love my viewers. Thank you, and subscribers. But I really think that you people really like to see me suffer, because it seems like all the big requests are some of the most awful tasting beers I've ever had. So I get it. So up this round, Busch Apple Light, $12.99 a 12 pack. They won't even sell it for less than a 12 pack. Believe me, I tried, because I don't know what this is going to taste like, and I don't want to plop down $13 for Busch Light and an apple at that. I mean, how good's it going to be? Of course, this is a limited edition, again, and to be totally upfront, I did zero research into this right off the top. Let me sweep the sweat off the can. 4.1% alcohol. There you go. Light beer, so it's coming in with the lights, and so it's essentially a session beer. It's just absolutely is so hot out here. This is what's going down my back right now. As a matter of fact, this is what, yeah, that's what it's like. All right, I'm trying to think of anything I need to say up front. Maybe say a little prayer. I don't know. Hey, if you're watching this video and don't have a cold beer in your hand, hurry up and grab one. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say I'm predicting this tasting like Busch Light with a hint of apple. We're going to pour into the sold-out Beer Snob's Cheap Brew Review pint glass, only to be complimented by the Cheap Brew Review leather patch trucker cap. Very hipster. Okay, let's pop the top and see what we got on this 4.1% Busch Light Apple. Again, when you're pouring, be careful never to touch the container with the glass. That is bad beer etiquette. Never touch the container, regardless of the type of beverage you are drinking, when you are transferring it back to its natural state. And if you haters who keep slamming me in the comments about, look at all those bubbles you're talking about, your beer glass is filthy, I just hand washed this myself. It is pretty much your typical Busch Light, Bud Light, Coors Light, light color. All right, on a smoking hot, steamy day like it is, I just want something kind of nice and easy to go down. Oh, I'm getting some notes of wet fabric. See if I can determine what kind of fabric it is. Almost like a wet hemp, perhaps. Maybe some polyester mixed in there with it. I'm getting a slight essence of apple. The apple odor, smell, aroma is not quite as upfront as I was expecting. I was expecting to get punched right in the nose with that artificial Jolly Rancher kind of, or a pucker. I call it puker, type of an artificial green apple taste or smell. Not that at all. It's very, very subtle. All right, so here we go. 4.1%. Show the can. Hey, I don't want to drink alone, so grab yourself a beer. It's time for the liquid to hit the lips. Cheers. Oh. Busch Light Apple? What did I just drink? Wow, that's surprising. You see how sweaty look how I'm glistening. So hot. That was not what I expected at all. Like I said, I was expecting a Busch Light with some I was expecting a Busch Light and somebody dropped like a Apple Jolly Rancher in it. And that's not what it tastes like at all. To me, very much of a cider type of a characteristic. Really, not as bubbly and effervescent as a cider. It doesn't bite quite as hard as a cider. I'm not a big cider drinker, but you know, I've found my way around a few strongbows in the past. But very cider-esque. If you like cider and don't like Busch Light, I think you might like this. Wow. Very light, very refreshing. I hardly taste any beer, but I mean, I could just be drinking a Bud Light and say the same thing. The apple is not overwhelming. It tastes fairly natural, surprisingly natural. I'm getting like a red, some type of a red apple, maybe a Fuji. Maybe is Roman? Is that an apple? Definitely a red apple. It's not like a green. It's not as sharp and as crisp as a green apple. You don't get that. It's not that tart. You get a little bit of a tartness, but you get a little bit of that sweetness to it. Wow, that's really surprising. 4.1% session beer. I'm going to call it that. Screaming hot day as it is right now. Jump on the back of the John Deere and you're mowing the lawn. Yeah, I could probably see this. I'm going to rate this cheap brew in just a couple of minutes out of 5 stars, 5 being a very good cheap brew. I could see, especially in the hot summer months, maybe that's what they mean by limited edition. Maybe it's only available during the summertime, but maybe shove a 12-pack in the back of the garage refrigerator. Like the one I have, I call it Ken because it's a Kenmore. Shove it back in the back of the fridge, forget about it. You know, you're doing yard work like I was doing yesterday, or uprooting some shrubs. It was 100 degrees out, you're dying, and you just want something to kind of cool you down for a minute and slow you down for a couple of minutes. Hey, Busch Light Apple may be there, so out of 5 stars. Wow. 4.67 out of 5 stars. I don't know. Who knew? Wow. All right. If you're skeptical, you might want to pick it up. If you like Busch Light, you might want to pick it up. If you like cider, you definitely, I think you might want to pick it up. So there's another option for you. If you love beer, if you love craft beer, good handmade, solid, small brewery craft beer, you're absolutely going to hate this. I may give you a little bit of a, I may say, it does lean a little sour now that everything is settling in. I know I said it didn't taste like green apple, didn't taste sour at first. I'm getting a little bit on it. So if you like sour beers, which are very popular right now, maybe an option. Thank you overwhelmingly for your request to review Busch Light Apple. Hey, please tap that subscribe button if you're still hanging with us. Follow us regardless of the platform you're watching on. And comments definitely down below. I read every single comment. I welcome all comments, even the haters, because the haters are fun to screw with. But hey, suggestions. What do you think? What would you like to see me review next? Always open to suggestions. This is a fan suggestion. So hey, please subscribe. Please follow the channel. Share as much as possible. And definitely comment down below. Love to hear your reaction. And hey, check out some more of my to date 130 plus brew reviews. And let me know what you think. So it's a beautiful day here in the beer garden. So you grab yourself a beer and you drink that beer. Yeah, cheers.